Revelation 2458. From the 27th of August 1942. God's protection to the light bearers. Earthly hardship to the strengthening of faith. Into the darkness on earth falls a bright light. And the light spreads bright radiance, it penetrates the darkness, divides it and will finally displace it completely. The bright morning will dawn, the spiritual night will disappear, and with it also the suffering and sorrow which are only the consequences of spiritual darkness. And therefore the earth will still have to endure suffering and sorrow as long as it does not yet desire the light. But anyone whose mind is turned towards the light will only need suffering and sorrow to a small extent. But if the human being has become a bearer of light, then his soul is a receptacle of the divine spirit which radiates the light to light-hungry people, and especially to those whose will it is to instruct their fellow human beings in the pure truth. They can go through earthly life in complete peace. They will always be guided correctly if their will is directed towards spreading the extraordinary light. Earthly adversity, which the human being can avert by intimate union with God in prayer or by reading His divine word, is only permitted for the purpose of strengthening the human being's faith, so that he will always take refuge in God and thus establish an intimate relationship between the human being and God. For only through this can the human being become a bearer of light and thus a propagator of the divine word. If the human being establishes this intimate connection of his own accord, he no longer needs earthly hardship and plagues, for it has become light in him. He cannot help but spread the light everywhere. He feels the urge within himself to give it to his fellow human beings and to lead them into profound faith. And now he helps to displace the darkness and will be blessed by God. He will be protected by Him and safely guided upwards. Man needs the light, the wisdom from God, extraordinarily, precisely because of his lightless state. Therefore God will protect the bearers of light from spiritual and physical ruin. He will also not send such earthly events upon him which could hinder him in his sole work of spreading the teachings of light, that is, which could stop all spiritual work. God knows about every person's soul, and He also knows about people's hardship on earth in a spiritual respect, and He does everything to remedy the spiritual hardship, to convey the pure truth. He will grant very special protection to those whom His will has chosen to become bearers of light and who have declared themselves willing to take on this task of their own accord, to work for the benefit of their fellow human beings. Amen.